You hear your own voice hit the room too hard, then everything goes quiet. For the next 10 seconds, do one thing. Stop adding damage. Do not justify it. Do not add history. Do not fire off a second sentence. Your sister was explaining why she cannot drive your dad home from physical therapy on Wednesday. You cut her off and said, "Of course, because somehow this always becomes my problem." Now she is staring at you. You know the sentence was unfair. You are still worried about Wednesday. Your first impulse is to prove that the worry made the outburst understandable. Right behind that is a different impulse. Tell her you are awful, drop the whole issue, and leave the room. Neither impulse gets the next sentence. Those first 10 seconds are not a neurological deadline or a complete repair method. They are just the short stretch in which one bad line often becomes three. The only job is to keep the first mistake from recruiting another one. So your mouth stays closed. Your shoulders drop a little. You look at the care schedule instead of searching her face for immediate forgiveness. After that, the repair can begin. Start with the behavior she actually experienced. I raised my voice and cut you off. That wasn't okay. This is more useful than "I'm a terrible person." A global verdict pulls the conversation toward your character and may leave your sister deciding whether she now has to reassure you. Naming the behavior keeps responsibility attached to something you can stop doing. Do not add, "but you weren't listening," to the apology. If there is a real scheduling concern, it will still be there after you own the interruption. Your sister says nothing. You want to fill the silence with a speech about work, dad's appointments, and everything you handled last month. Instead, you use one ordinary sentence. I'm still worried about Wednesday. I shouldn't have snapped at you." Then a question that can move the schedule. Can we look at the options? The apology repairs the delivery. It does not withdraw the concern. That distinction matters because there are now two problems in the kitchen. Dad still needs a ride and your sister was just blamed and interrupted. If you talk only about the ride, she has to work through the insult while solving logistics. If you talk only about how ashamed you feel, Wednesday stays empty. Keep both problems visible without trying to solve them in one immaculate sentence. Your sister pushes the calendar away. I can't do this right now. That is not your cue to force a quick resolution so you can feel repaired. Ask for a real return point. Okay, can we come back at 7:30? I'll check the transportation service before then. She nods once and leaves the room. This conversational reset is for ordinary verbal escalation. Raised volume, interruption, or unfair wording. If the outburst involved threats, physical intimidation, violence, blocked movement, or behavior you cannot control, stop the interaction and create safety. A cleaner sentence is not an adequate response to danger. At 7:10, you are tempted to send a long text explaining why you were already stressed. You delete it. The useful preparation is smaller. You call the physical therapy office and learn that its van is full Wednesday morning. The county ride service has an opening, but someone has to confirm by noon tomorrow. You write the number beside the empty box on the calendar. When your sister comes back, she is still guarded. You do not ask, "Are we okay?" before discussing Dad. You also do not pretend the apology settled everything. "I called the clinic. Their van is full. The county service can take him if we confirm by noon tomorrow." She reads the number. "I can call them in the morning, but I need you to stop acting like I don't do anything." There is a larger complaint in that sentence. You do not need to litigate the word anything, and you do not need to promise a complete relationship repair before the ride gets booked. "I hear you," you say. "I blamed you instead of asking what you could do. I'll take the intake call tonight if you make the confirmation tomorrow." She agrees to that division, but she does not become cheerful. You both know the pattern may need more than one apology. Tonight, the evidence of change is modest. You let her finish, you do not raise your voice again, and you take the task you said you would take. Think about the moment after you snap. What is the first extra sentence you usually want to add? The justification, the old history, or the attack on yourself? Catching that sentence before it comes out is the 10-second skill. The rest of repair takes longer. You name what you did, keep the real concern on the table, and choose one next task. If you are too activated to do that cleanly, set a return time and use the break to gather information, not to prepare a better accusation. At 8 o'clock, your sister calls Dad to confirm his pickup address. You complete the ride service form while she reads the policy aloud. The conversation is quieter, but not warm. Before she leaves, she taps Wednesday on the calendar and says, "Send me the confirmation number when you get it." "I will," you say, and finish the form.